Meanwhile, if you're just a fan of a Big Ten team like Purdue, my goodness, you lost Rondale Moore opting out. You're paying Jeff Brom a top 10 salary, and you don't even play football. And nobody's actually getting upset about that. My goodness, man. Wow. All right, what else we got in here? I'm not so in love with the Big Three idea if Nebraska and Ohio State can't play. I mean, if they want to play, I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be allowed to play. I would just add them to the mix. I would. Will players in the leagues that have canceled lose a year of eligibility? Marcus asked this question. Also, he's a member of the channel, so I was able to spot the badge, and that's why I was able to see his question. So appreciate you being a member there, Marcus. That's a good question that you raised because there is no answer yet. Nobody knows what they're doing with eligibility, which is another thing on the list of damning items for which they did not come up with any resolution. Like, that's what's... I can't get around that because, like, I know how I would go about this. I know that I would have wanted to have these plans in place months ago, and I know that I would have wanted to get everybody involved that I had to, and then make a decision about eligibility, about spring football, about rogue schedules for teams that or programs that just have decided, hey, we'll take on the liability of playing a fall football season if the Big Ten won't. I would have done all these things, and I would have forced the NCAA to help us do that because they're the maid service for which we run all these things through. So I get it, but the answer to your question is nobody knows, right? And I hope that they don't lose a year of eligibility, but that's the only way that this seems to work, right? That this is just a lost year. That they just don't renew your scholarship. Like, we've seen a few of those get opportunities. If you didn't play your season, like, then you had the option, or your coach had the option of bringing you back. But in many cases, they already just kicked you out the door because they had an incoming class, and you want youth more than you want experience. I can't see, say, an Ohio State saying to Shaun Wade or Jonathan Cooper to come back if they know that they're going to get this new crop of kids like Jalen Johnson, like Jordan Hancock, all coming in. You just don't have enough scholarships, and you want to be able to grow the next group where Shaun Wade, Jonathan Cooper, go try your luck at being pros, because that's what college football is about for those guys, right? If you're the top cream of the crop, you want to play 3 years, you want to go get to the NFL. If you don't plan out in those 3 years, this kind of thing might happen to you, right? And that's just football. As much as that sucks, that's what it is. Like Justin Fields, he ain't coming back for what? Why? No. It's going to be C.J. Stroud or Jack Miller time. That's what it's going to be, right? I don't think anybody wants to run Gunnar Hoke out there, but he'd also lose this year too. He's like Justin Fields. He's a senior. There's just so many dudes that, yeah, we wanted to see play. They're just going to get a chance to play. Like I was doing this segment about all these guys that needed to play 2020 to show that they could be first-round draft picks, like Kyle Trask at Florida, like Tanner Morgan at Minnesota State, or Minnesota. Like, there is no Minnesota State. There might be, but he goes to Minnesota. Quincy Roach, who transferred from Temple to Miami after being Defensive Player of the Year in the American, having 13 sacks. There's all kinds of dudes that fit this. Dylan Moses at Alabama, right? Yeah, he lost a year to an ACL injury. He wants to be able to show that he's got the goods. I mean, Tyreek Smith, he's supposed to be the next in line behind Chase Young and Nick Bosa and Joey Bosa. Like, that's what it is. No, Justin Fields is not transferring. I mean, no. Transferring to where? First, show me who's going to play football. If you show me who's going to play football, cool. But like Justin Fields not transferring to Oklahoma because Spencer Rattler's the dude now. You're not going to delay him a year. You're just not. You already did that with Jalen Hurts. Now, could Justin Fields go to somewhere else where they need a quarterback? Say like Baylor? Cool, but who wants to transfer to Baylor? Maybe somebody that doesn't have a team, right? So that would be interesting. And those are fun topics. Those are fun topics. Because like I would love to see Dax Hill and Josh Proctor, safeties at Michigan and Ohio State respectively, transfer to Oklahoma. But the likelihood of it happening, probably not, right? Ohio State would be a 3 or 4 loss team in the SEC. Yo, SpawnQuest Gaming paid money to post that. All right. I can't wait to see how that goes. 3 or 4 losses. Wow. Well, I've said LSU will catch 5 in the SEC, so that's, you know. What else we got in here? I'm hearing rumors of Fields going back to Georgia. Thoughts? No, because they brought in JT Daniels and Jamie Newman. They don't have enough spots. Carson Beck is still back there. Stetson Bennett takes up a scholarship. And you got Brock Vandagriff on his way in. No, it just doesn't happen. Right? And that's kind of the real interesting part of this. Everybody made decisions on their quarterbacks already. Kalen Newton transferring from Howard to Auburn. KJ Costello transferring from Stanford to Mississippi State. Like we've seen how this goes. And yet, man, there's going to be a bunch of Ohio State kids on the market, but I'm not certain that Ohio State's given up on playing football. The Big Ten has. I'm not certain the Ohio State has. Jed, homie. We're not even sure if we get to play football. Like, suspensions go from 6 games to 5 games in a 10-game schedule. They'd still have to serve those 5-game suspensions. But that's a happy question. That's a happy question. I would love to be able to give that question my brain, but right now I'm just trying to focus on whether or not we get to play football. Shout out to Jed, who is an outstanding meteorologist here in Oklahoma, and you should definitely give him a follow on the Twitters, and you should watch him tell us all about what weather is coming to destroy Oklahoma next. Storm chasing here is like its own sport. Calling Jim Delaney's like saying calling calling Dan Beebe. Like Kevin Warren's becoming the new Dan Beebe, whether he wants to be or not. See, the SEC is a joke. The Big Ten little teams beat SEC teams. That's Byron Banks. You can have at him. Yeah, man, like, the SEC has had 7 national champions since 2007. All other schools combined have 6. How are you going to tell me that the SEC is a joke? They're literally lording over the sport. That's just facts. I'm not even an SEC guy. Like, that's just facts. Who's arguing about that? Like, nobody. All you got to do is actually do some research and plot it out. Though, those are the kinds of questions probably going to be doing for the next 6 months. My goodness. This show without college football, gonna be lots of NBA, lots of Arsenal, yeah, lots of recruiting. That's what's gonna be. Why are you clowning Baylor? Because it's got the worst sexual assault skin on the history of the. I clown Baylor, I clown Penn State, I clown LSU, I clown Michigan. I have my reasons. Let's see, what else we got in here? Looking, Hey, James, you understand that like when you use profanity, it automatically blocks that, right? Okay, man, I'm gonna be doing a lot of Dallas Cowboys takes. You know that, right? Let's see what else is in here. If all Power 5 cancel, do you think they will have a playoff? No, I don't. I mean, you saying no college football was nice knowing you, RJ. Like, yo, man, I'm used to like none of y'all being around here during off season. I'm used to it. It's how this show got done, right? There's literally 8 months of off season, and somehow I managed to make it through. Most of y'all aren't even subscribed to the channel in the first place. See, what's going to happen with UCF? How will this affect them? Not to mention Mackenzie Milton comes back this year from injury. It's a lost season right now, Clay. It's a lost season. I can't see Central Florida playing any more than the American, though the American has said it wants to play. So the American and the Sun Belt have said they want to play. Think about that. The American and the Sun Belt have not canceled football before the Big Ten and the Pac-12 did. Wow. We also need to rethink who thinks football is important. Just saying, right? As opposed to who thinks that football might get their players killed. Let's see. It's just Bama and the rest. Okay. No, not. I mean, if it was just Bama and the rest, why wasn't Bama in the college football playoff last year? Food for thought. Let's see. Cover 19 is not okay. See, this is how you end up getting put in timeout, dog. You come in here with these asinine, just conspiracy takes in real time, and I'm just not gonna. I'm not doing it today. Not today. Not today. For those of you that don't know, I do read the comments. Okay, and you want to jump in there, you want to call me names. That's on you. Just know that you risk getting blocked and never having anything to say on the channel again. See, let's see. I'll stay for recruiting. I mean, what do you think this channel? Okay, this channel is only recruiting information during the off season. What are you talking about? That's all we talk about is where these kids are gonna go to college. Let's see. Truett, stop doing the all caps thing, dude. You're just annoying me. Stop it. Seriously have no idea what I'm going to do myself if there's no football. You'll find a way, just like you found something to do in April and May when you got cooped up inside. You'll find a way. Let's see. What else we got in here? Anything else? I've been subscribed for years, bro. This man is Drake with the back-to-backs. Appreciate you, Neva. Never dosing. Okay, all right. Nebraska should join up with the Big 12. Yeah, that segment's up. Let me see. You gonna do soccer videos? Yeah, Kaleem, I'm probably gonna do some Arsenal stuff. They drive me nutty anyway. Let me see what else we got in here. Seems there's only a handful of coaches who want to speak out. I mean, that's true on almost every topic. Like, I was counting the coaches that didn't have anything to say during Black Lives Matter. It's more than you think. See, feel bad for you guys. Prove Jonathan Cooper. Okay, Liverpool. There are 9 college. It's not about the dome stadiums, Reggie. That's not what it's about. It's about once you tell everybody that you're treating college football players differently than you're treating the student body, you open yourself up to liability and lawsuit. Nobody wants to get sued. So they'd rather not play football. Do I keep up with MLS? I mean, is that yeah? I mean, yeah, but like not really.